Hello everybody, this is Callie from Soulcraft Sisters and this is a full moon reading for February 2017. Hello and welcome to everybody. How are we doing? How are things out there with you? I know that, I don't know, it's been, this winter is starting to become very wintry and dark, feeling slightly depleted, a little bit emotionally raw, but you know, hey, that's the cycle of things, that's the cycle of nature. Sometimes we need to scale back, go within, deal with our stuff, which is a perfect representation of winter, right? The darkness, perhaps the coldness as well. And then spring comes, and spring is almost here, folks. So I know I'm excited about it. I'm like, let's make this happen now. All right, so I wanted to just say before we get going, I have an offer out right now for a tarot reading called The Compass, which is, well, you can read more about it below, and that runs until the end of February. So if you want to get your hands on that, you still have the option to do that, or opportunity to do that. And all right, so I just wanted to say that. And then before we get into the different elements, which I normally invite you to think of, I want to pull a collective message for all of us at this time, for this full moon in February. So what collective message is wanting to come forward? All right, for all of us. And I'm using the Magical Times Empowerment cards by Jody Bergsma. Jody. Okay, so the card that's coming forward to us, for us at this time, is Manifestation. Powerful card here. We have a unicorn and a dragon, and it says, your dreams have untold energy. Open the door and let them live. Desire and belief are your power. Yeah, so of course this is, well, to me, law of attraction talk. This is manifestation. We know that our dreams, we know our thoughts create our reality, and if certain things have been laying dormant, or we've been sort of going within or scrutinizing maybe our ideas or where we are at in our lives over this winter season, well, now is the time. I like this phrase of opening the door, now letting them live, giving them a bit of life, putting some action behind the thought, and keeping that alive, you know, keeping our biggest, wildest dreams alive, even when they are perhaps lying dormant for a little while. So I think this is a beautiful message on this full moon, and also as we move into springtime, where things usually tend to sort of become more alive, at least for us here in the northern hemisphere. So that was the collective message for all of us. Beautiful, beautiful. And now I want you to think of one of the four elements. Look at the screen and see which of these elements calls out to you mostly this time around. So is it earth, fire, water, air? What do you feel connected to? I know I've picked mine now, so I think let's get on with it. Let's see what messages are wanting to come through to us as a collective, but also as an individual. So let's see. So if you picked the earth element, and maybe I should just say we're using the New Palladini Tarot today. So let's see. So did you pick the earth element? The message that's coming through to you at this time, at this full moon, is this Knight of Cups energy. So Knight of Cups, you can see he's carrying this chalice, do you say that? A cup of emotions. So usually he's the sign of he's the romantic in the tarot deck. He's the one who's not afraid to sort of reveal his emotions and give freely of kind words and gifts of love and that kind of thing. So I'm feeling that this knight here is urging you to take on some of these qualities. Are the things that you haven't told your loved ones or people you care about? Don't be afraid to voice that. I was sort of struck by this, or I noticed this armor he's wearing. Maybe it's, for some of you out there, it feels a little bit unsafe, so you feel like you need to armor yourself, or you need to disguise your love in humor or something else. But don't be afraid to just show who you are and how you feel, because that is super refreshing. So that's the message that's wanting to come through to you at this time, at this full moon. Yes. Okay, so did you pick the fire element? Oh my, you get the Queen of Cups. All right, so a lot of cups energies going around, and I think this opening the door, this is opening the door to our hearts, and not just saying, but communicating our actions. So for the fire element, there's this, when we have the Queen, there's this nurturing element to the emotions, and for me the Queen, she is, whereas the Knight is about sort of charging ahead and hey I like you. The Queen for me is a great person to hold space for others, hold space for emotions. So if you know of some people in your life that are going through a hard time, or just give them room to be and to feel what they feel. So for me, this is sort of a sense of maturity and of nurturing, and of not being afraid of those emotions, those deep emotions, not within yourself either. Yeah, actually she's got closed eyes, so I'm feeling it might be you offering this support to yourself, being kind to yourself, being nurturing towards yourself. Drink a lot of water. When we are hydrated, we are so much higher vibrating as well, and we feel more at ease. So, and also we might sort of allow things to sort of flush out and rinse ourselves. So I don't know why, I just wanted to say that. So hopefully that makes sense for you and you can use that. So, and now let's move on to water. Oh my goodness, another Cups card. So here we have the Three of Cups. All right, so this is interesting. To me, I'm getting 3 generations here. So the grandmother, maybe the mother and the maiden here. And so this might be about pulling together as a family, or seeing all these aspects in yourself. The maiden, the mother, and the crone, right? You are all of these. These are all archetypes that are available to us. Sometimes we need to sort of step out and be emotionally vulnerable and and unsure maybe, but you know, testing the grounds. Another time we need to be this nurturing Queen of Cups energy, and other times there's this crone energy which sort of overrides all of them. She sees everything from an even higher perspective, I want to say. Almost like a high priestess type of energy. What does this mean for you? Let me just get clear on this. I want to say these are all aspects of all of us. So it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. These archetypes are looking straight at us. I'm getting this message of just allowing every aspect of you, every archetype in you to be there, and seeing, also about seeing your emotional depths, celebrating your feelings and the different stages they go through. Okay, yes, that's it. It's something to do with stages of emotions. Sometimes, as I mentioned in the beginning, like for example, I chose water here. There is an emotional rawness right now that I'm connecting to, and it goes through different stages, from being very, where is this coming from, and maybe taking over me, and until, and then, you know, sort of sitting with it for a little while. Okay, where is this coming from? That mother energy, and then perhaps going into the final stage of I see now where it's coming. I see how I can use this now, apply it, understand this emotion. So there's something about steps and understanding steps in different things that we are experiencing right now emotionally, and understanding that all three will be available to us. Like, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because we need to cover air as well, but I'm hoping this is making sense for you guys. Okay, so the air element, here we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this talks of work. This talks of perfecting something. You see this guy, he's hunched over, he's completely immersed in this pentacle. He wants it to be perfect. He's had different goals here, and they were not quite right. So he's taking all this knowledge and he's applying it, and he's like, eventually I'll get this right, I'll get it just right. So this talks for me often about flow, about focusing on working, about focusing on perfecting something, but in a nice flowy, hopefully a nice flowy state. So not something that depletes you, but something that excites you. You know, when you're in a state of flow and you lose track of time, and you know, you're just so immersed in what you're doing. This is what this card is talking about. So make sure that you're spending your time, or maybe feel into, how does it feel the way I spend my time on this project you might be working on, or a job you might be involved in. Does it feel like meaningless? Oh, just another pen, a coin. Or does it feel like, yeah, I'm really honing in on something here. How can you make your job meaningful to you at this point in time, is what I want to say. Yep. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a wonderful full moon, and I will see you again at the next reading. That will be the new moon in March. Yay! Beginning of spring. Oh, by the way, I'm working on star sign spring readings, so they'll be coming out for all star signs, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And that was it for now. Take care, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Bye.